Ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh.
Welcome to Dragonball Speak, a show where we summarize and review every episode of Dragon Ball Z, and we rate them each on a scale of 1 to 7 stars. I'm one of your hosts, Brandon.
And I'm Wesley.
And this is Dragonball Speak. Now, if I sound like I just recovered from a cold, that's because I did. And that is one of the many reasons that we didn't have an episode out last week. Also, his dog shitted.
Yeah, I'm tossing up an image right now. That is.
Oh, you have one?
Oh, yeah.
You're putting it up?
I took an image of all the poops.
Will
yeah.
YouTube allow poo-poo?
It doesn't even look like poop because my dog shit in such a way where I then... Okay, I'll just give you the rundown. This is what happened when we tried to record 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
Which what happened before Brandon got sick and then we couldn't record. A whole thing. September's been a month. My dog shit on the carpet mid-episode watching, and we were like, oh no, cleaned it up. No problem. We're sitting there. We're like, that poop didn't smell that bad. Why? That's weird. Like, it's a weird poop. It was
No
a weird
smell.
poop.
No smell.
And then we're sitting there watching, and we're both like, almost at the same time, we're like, oh, it kind of smells like shit again. And then Brandon's like, oh. And then I look down, and there's like 2 more dollops of poop. And then what appears to be a quart of ice cream shit put on my carpet. And at the time, I didn't know how it looked like that because it didn't look like a turd or anything. And then later, when cleaning it up, I grabbed my blanket and realized I had put my blanket on, stepped on the turds with the blanket, and I had the corner of the blanket just covered in poop. And
I did not know this.
I did not know picking up the blanket and getting poop on my hands.
I remember that.
Yeah, and that's when Brandon was just like, because we still had more episodes to watch. He was like, I'm probably just gonna head out, let you guys get this figured out, which is good because it took us like 2 hours to get it properly cleaned.
I wasn't trying to get in the middle of it.
Yeah, it was one of the worst experiences of my life.
All on carpet, mind you.
Yeah, new carpet. I'm in a new place, and the carpet was new, and it hurt my soul, but we cleaned it up very well. And then the following week, Brandon got really sick, which isn't, well, not really sick. He just had like
just
a
normal
cold,
sick,
and which wouldn't have been a big deal. But I am going on vacation next week, and I didn't want to be sick for vacation, so we played it safe. And now here we are, recording an episode for you, lovelies.
Speaking of vacation, this is not a double episode. It's because of all the mentions, all the reasons mentioned above. But we are regular schedule. We're gonna upload. So you're seeing this on Saturday. We're gonna have an episode out next Saturday, even though Wesley's gonna be on vacation. We're recording that tomorrow, which for us is Thursday. And we owe you guys a double. We will catch up on that at some point. In the meantime, thank you to our loyal patrons, Brian Kazmala, Aiden Wable, and Rypato 1992. Getting 2 steps ahead of myself, 3 steps back. If
Hi,
you know what I mean.
Ryan. Hi, Brian. Hi, Aiden.
If you want to help us out, you can also contribute to our Patreon if you are not Aiden, Brian, or Ryan Pato 1992.
No, it's Ryan, Brian, and Aiden.
It would mean a lot. Maybe we could just do this full time. If everyone who's seeing this would contribute like these amazing people. You don't have to. I don't want to pressure you. But we could go full time. Anyway, to the show. So Dragon Ball Z episode 258.
Actually, real quick.
Please, sir.
Vanilla flavor soda water. Peach flavor soda water. Orange flavor soda water. With Dragon Ball Z characters on it. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Thanks to Paul. Shout out to Paul. He's a friend.
We're going to drink those and tell you what we think about them one day.
Yep. On to super moves of Gotenks. So how did you feel about the Gotenks versus Super Buu fight as a whole? Piccolo's kind of the spectator. They're in the time chamber. And then Gotenks got all of his special moves. And then Piccolo ends up breaking the door. So now they're all stuck.
I didn't like it.
Didn't like it.
I'm just not the Buu arc, as we've talked about a lot, is victim to feeling aimless quite a bit, and what should be a cool fight on paper is not for me.
Yeah, I don't like Gotenks at all, period. So every appearance that we've seen has been annoying to me. The character just drags things out. I don't like childish characters that are obnoxious like that.
2 voices at once. I
Gets,
get what they're going for, but it is annoying after the 10th episode.
It gets a bit annoying when it's like so constant. But yeah, super moves of Gotenks. It starts with Piccolo. He's worried if Gotenks can win. Gotenks starts to use some of his own attacks against Super Buu, but they have no effect on Super Buu at all. And then for whatever reason, the time chamber surroundings change to like ice.
That's because
Extreme temperatures.
no, remember when Fortnite and Dragon Ball Z crossed over, they opened up a rift and
Good times. We never even got to do anything with that.
I know. Came and went just like that. Their hyperbolic time chamber was very weird. You
I
go
didn't even
inside
see
and
it.
it was like space in there, like a galaxy, and you jump around on a bunch of like platforms.
Really? That sounds cool and I missed it.
Fake fan.
I just played Zero Build solos.
Yeah, he doesn't have friends.
Anyway, at one point, he even asked himself what the next attack was. This is Gotenks. He's just doing attack after attack, and he's just like, oh, I don't even remember what the next one is that I was going to do. It's very annoying, and Super Buu is just standing there. Such a non-character, just a presence.
He's just he's just not doing anything. There's nothing. I don't even know what his aims are anymore. I guess to fight. He wants to fight Gotenks.
Yeah, so everyone's kind of getting frustrated, and then finally Gotenks goes Super Saiyan. So this whole time Gotenks was in Super Saiyan, and then Piccolo's like, "Oh, I didn't know they could turn Super Saiyan after fusing." To me, I didn't realize that was ever in question. Was
Me
that in
either.
question for you? Like
No,
you thought they
well,
had to fuse
From
as Super
Piccolo's-
Saiyans?
From Piccolo's point of view, I guess I could see it, but like yeah. It also feels like they could have just done it at any time
Yeah, but that's their whole thing is they're trying to like put on a show, but that doesn't
for
that,
Piccolo.
Yeah, that's my thing. It's like it's just for Piccolo. Like he even mentions that it's like, oh man, it's just for Piccolo, but then he still does it anyway. And to me, it's just like.
Why?
It just feels so padded. Like it feels so padded. This is, I think, in my opinion, the Buu arc's like kind of lowest low. I think
Yeah.
it starts off so strong with Majin Vegeta and with all the mystery and all the. I think this is a low for me.
Yeah, I agree. It's this episode is not even as bad as the next one.
I wrote down
I
toot. Do you know if someone tooted? Toot. That's all I wrote. I wrote toot.
Sounds vaguely familiar.
'Cause
we watched this when the whole catastrophe happened, and we were not able to rewatch the episodes. So, as if you're wondering why he doesn't remember what toot is, it's because he wrote that
Toot, toot.
like 10 days ago.
I'll tell you what I do remember. Majin Buu's eyes were white for
Yeah.
several episodes, and now
For
all of a
the
sudden,
episodes.
yes, and now all of a sudden in the middle of this episode, they turned red, and they stay red.
Yeah,
They
He's,
do stay, and I remember them being red.
he's a bad guy now. He's a little scarier.
He's a bad guy.
Bum, 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 na, 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 na. Bum, 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 bum,
And-
bum, bum.
Dende
Is an adult. And
No.
then not an adult.
yeah,
He goes back and
goes
forth.
back and forth like 6 times to being a child and being an adult.
He's
there
a
was
shapeshifter.
there's a continuity thing happening here, and I don't know if I'm here for it. It's all very confusing.
This is all canon, or is any of this
There's
filler?
there's essentially like no filler now, I think.
Then he had a Ghost Rider.
Why?
Because I just don't believe that he wrote this. There's just no way. Toriyama, you're better than this.
Yeah, but believe it if like he's burnt out and his editors kind of like force him to do this arc. You know what I mean?
True.
He's just like throwing stuff at the wall and seeing if it sticks.
Yeah. Does
To
it?
me,
I don't hear or see people talk about Boo in pop culture, and I'm starting to suspect why.
yeah, I don't even really know if that's why. I mean, sure, I'm sure that's part of it. Frieza is just like by far the most popular of the 3.
Yeah.
Like
Cool.
apparently in Japan they don't like Cell, but they do like Boo. And then in the West we like Cell,
Cell.
but we don't like Boo. And then everyone loves Frieza because Frieza's Frieza, which you probably don't even love Frieza as much as you would if we watch Kai, because the Z dub for Frieza is really bad.
Some
really
of the same
bad.
issues I'm having with the Boo arc.
Do you remember when he was like, what did he say? He was like, "No one's at the phone right now, so you gotta." There was a phone pun that was like 4 lines,
And they
and it
don't
was
even
sounding like a
have-
grandma.
Well, they have phones, but like Yeah, Frieza would not know about phones, I don't think.
And unfortunately, Linda Young, the Grandma Frieza voice. We
God rest her
respect
soul.
all voice. I don't think she's dead.
Oh.
We do respect all voice actors, but that is not a good fit.
No, yeah, sometimes voice actors are bad. Some can be bad.
I gave
Troy
this.
Baker's Joel, not good.
I love Super Ghost Kamikaze Attack.
Do you?
Yeah,
I don't. What the hell?
it's cool.
I think did they tease it at the end of this episode and then do the next one?
No, they do it in this episode. Oh yeah, they tease it at the end of this episode. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just that episode I gave it 3 out of 7.
I gave it a 4. It was pretty, but it was pretty bad.
Oh shit! Got him.
Yeah.
Got him.
Yeah.
Episode 259, Trapped in Forever. My first note is, what am I watching? And that is because of the Super Ghost Kamikaze. We're just whipping things out of like our bodies that we've never done before, and now he just knows how to conjure ghost souls out of. Like,
It's key manipulation. It's the same as a Kamehameha, kind of.
I don't even know what that means.
So it's like they're made out of energy, basically.
Okay, but like,
It's just something he can do. It's a technique,
I think this probably works better in Japanese culture because I know like ghosts are a big part of that, yokai and stuff. So maybe that's what this is. But
yeah, maybe a little
this
Casper.
yeah, a little Casper.
Is Casper's not Japanese.
Casper the ghost.
It's Casper. He's a ghost. God damn
I
it.
did not like Super Ghost Kamikaze. I think it's stupid. It doesn't make sense, and it didn't make sense to me. And it just seems out of nowhere.
You're overthinking it. The whole point of Gotenks is that like he does really unique moves.
Oh, my bad. That's stupid still.
Not yeah, true. And that's not really the whole point of him. But he's a kid, so like unique, strange. Like Goku would never do Super Ghost Kamikaze Attack because he wouldn't even think of it.
So he just they can make their energy into anything. And
I mean, Tien clones himself into 4 Tiens.
that's sick, and that has
True.
utility.
He also gives himself 4 arms.
That's also sick and has utility.
Piccolo becomes very large.
That has a lot of potential.
He only did it once.
That is sad. But why ghosts? Why summon a bunch of them? It's like he turned into a Cuphead boss. I think there's a Cuphead boss with ghosts. Yeah, the train.
I just beat Cuphead the second time.
Did you beat the DLC?
No. I don't really know if I want to play the DLC.
I've heard it's much harder.
Yeah, I'll pass. It's just I like the game a lot, but
You can use just Cuphead if you want. You don't have to use.
I didn't know
Miss Chalice.
she's better, it seems like.
She can parry by.
Oh yeah, you don't have to press the parry button, I think,
You
for
like
the first one.
Yeah, there's like something. She's kind of like the easy mode. Is like what the developers have said. Like,
It's not that I don't want to play it. It's just that like when I'm playing Cuphead, I enjoyed beating it again quite a bit, and I was like getting all the trophies. I have most of the trophies. I could get the platinum probably pretty soon. It's just like one of those games where like I'm never like, oh my god, yes, I'm playing Cuphead.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
feel
like,
that.
I am playing Cuphead.
this
and
is
it-
Cuphead.
And I love the animation and I love the look of it, but like
It kind of fades to the background though after like the animation's really cool at first, and it's still really cool throughout and very respectable. But like once you're like in it, you're not really.
dude, the sheer
Getting
amount of
blown away.
man hours that went into that, like I don't know if they get appreciated enough. Not by me.
That's why their DLC took like 5 years, and it's only one new island. So probably like 4 bosses. There's no run and gun levels. They
Thank
replaced them-
God. Those
yeah.
are trash anyway.
They replaced them with like a boss rush thing. But yeah, they do it like all by hand.
Drop us your thoughts on Cuphead below in the comment section below. I gave. Oh, are we done with Trapped in for? No, we just started.
We just
No, the last one.
we did get that one. You said
oh
4
yeah,
out of 7.
Trapped in Forever is 259. So the ghost did do a lot of damage. They went. One of them exploded on him, and it actually blew him up a decent amount. And then they're like gloating. Gotenks is gloating and gloating, and then you turn over, you pan the camera. Majin Buu, Super Buu, is drinking a soda. 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 Put in.
This one.
Put in the Joe Biden soda.
You're
I
giving
can't.
me-
I just can't get it quite right.
No, you're close though. I think you just sound too like you need to be like an 80-year-old to really get it.
I'll try again in 57 years.
When we're watching Broly. or superhero.
Or Dragon Ball Super 2. If that there's this whole rumor of like a web anime. I guess that means online. I hope it's not true.
That doesn't sound great. I went to the movies recently, and when I got out, the two people behind me were talking about superhero, and I got a little bit of spoilers, but we walked away really quickly. And by a little bit of spoilers, I mean he said that this guy had like laser discs coming out of his hand. And I was like, that could actually just be anybody, and that's not.
Is that really all they said?
Yeah. They said
laser disc coming out of a hand?
They said there was like laser discs coming out of a hand, and
I don't even know what they're talking about.
They said Gohan was sick.
I don't know what laser discs are coming out of hands.
I assumed it was
Krillin?
like one of Krillin's moves, or it could have been anything. But we hightailed it out of there because I quickly picked up when they said Gohan. I was like, oh shit, we need to go. But also, I'm surprised that they were able to see it. Thought that movie was like a one-time event.
Apparently not. It's been in theaters. So I remember Dragon Ball movies being in theaters for a day.
Yeah.
I remember it because some of us watched Battle of Gods in theaters in 2013.
Okay, I didn't.
You didn't. You did in 2015. And that was a one day. I'm encroaching a little bit on your elbow space there. That was one day. And so now apparently Superhero is like a nationwide event that is in the movies for freaking 2 weeks.
Go get your AMC.
And I only got to see it once because I've been so broke. Anyway.
Get your Goku cocktail at the AMC bar.
Emphasis on tail.
Go get some tail.
They're fighting in the chamber.
Time doesn't make sense.
Time doesn't make sense. Go ahead. Everyone's doing shit.
I said that this episode makes this show feel like a one-season Cartoon Network show. I did not like this episode.
Like Craig of the Creek.
Exactly. I've never heard of it. So because it ran probably for like half a season and got canceled because sometimes shows just don't work out. And this is one of those. Time doesn't make sense. We keep cutting back to the people outside and they're just chilling as if this fight's only been going on for like a minute. But they're in the time chamber and they've been fighting for at least an hour, I wrote. It could even be minutes, but like 1 hour in there is like
wait a second.
360 hours in the real world, which is over a week, and our friends are just hanging out outside. They're not hungry. They're just wearing the same clothes. They're not leaving. I don't like it. And I know it's like a little petty thing, but like it kind of just speaks to the attention to detail in this part of this arc. That would be something like, I don't know. I just feel like the show can be better, do better.
Time in Dragon Ball Z, it's a fickle one.
Well, we don't know what Earth they're on. Maybe they're on a different Earth where time works differently.
Maybe they're on PNF 404. Want to know why?
I don't know what that is.
From Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Because Pikmin 4 finally got announced. And if you follow me on Twitter, you saw about 300 retweets, and you should have liked them all.
It's actually true. I meant to text you and be like, every other tweet is a tweet I'm like, I don't know who this is. And I'm like, oh, number one Pikmin 4 fan retweeted it. And that is Brandon.
You guys have no idea. I've been waiting. Okay, I've been waiting 9 years for Pikmin 4 to come out. But really, I've been waiting 7 years because in 2015, IGN confirmed that it was nearing completion because Miyamoto apparently said so. That was 7 years ago. Now we're getting Pikmin 4 next year. So 8 years plus development time. Really more like 9 or 10 because Pikmin 3 came out in 2013. Pikmin 1, of course, coming out in 2001. And Pikmin 2 coming out in, I don't remember, damn it. 2004. Yeah, I think 2004. Because there was 9 years between Pikmin 2 and Pikmin 3. So yeah, 2004.
God, they really make you wait with that series.
Oh, but they don't make you wait for Splatoon. They don't make you wait for Xenoblade Chronicles.
Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Oh, they're getting DLC too. They get Smash DLC. They get DLC in their own games. They get special editions. You want to know what Pikmin 3 Deluxe gets? Barely got released. And it sold over 2 million units. Yeah, that's more than Xenoblade Chronicles 2 sold in the same amount of time. And guess what? Wow, we love Xenoblade Chronicles. If you play Xenoblade Chronicles, you are a loser. You are a loser. Don't watch my show.
I sent some salt.
Don't watch my show. But Pikmin 4 is real. Nintendo can count to 4. Moving on. We get hijinks. I'm sorry, guys. We get hijinks with the super kamikaze ghosts. They're like handshaking, and then they forget that they're bombs, so they explode. And they're like flying around. And Majin Buu wants candy. And then they fly down his throat because they pretend there's a candy. And they explode him, and it looks sick because he looks like a goo monster, and he's all dying. But then he's totally fine. And then oh yeah, when this happens, they get him again, and then he blasts into a bunch of pieces, and then they vaporize the pieces, but then the cloud becomes him again.
That is what we call the circle of life. You become pieces, and then you turn into a cloud. The cloud rains you down, and you're back. Did you not watch Lion King?
I watched Lion King. I've seen the original. I've seen the remake.
The most profited animated movie of all time somehow. It's just lions. Fucking.
So what I remember from the most of the Lion King is the trailer music was really great.
Yeah.
That's what that was just now.
That's Hans Zimmer doing his thing.
Now they're making Mufasa everyone's favorite movie. It's going to be a prequel about Mufasa, how he rose to power among all of the many lions in the Lion King movie and the Great Prairie. And he's going to go through trials, and he's going to go through tribulations, and he's going to become a lion, and his mane will get ripped out, and he will mate, and then his mane will grow back, and then he will eat the antelopes who eat the grass, and then he will poo-poo. The circle of life, indeed.
Yes. Even though Lion King 1.5 is right there. Remake that, Disney.
That's what it is, isn't it?
No, 1.5 is the events of 1 from the perspective of Timon and Pumbaa.
Oh boy, Timon and Pumbaa. What is their little song? What is
Hakuna Matata?
Oh, overrated.
And he talks about how his farts can clear a room, and Timon's like, "Come on, dude, don't do that."
Piccolo destroys the door. Gotenks basically lies and says that he has no more moves and they're going to lose the fight. So Piccolo destroys the door. But then he's like, why'd you do that? Because I had more moves. Turns out he can go Super Saiyan 3. Spoiler alert.
Another Super Saiyan 3 that comes out of nowhere, has no build-up, has no respect for what being a Super Saiyan 3 is. Just wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. We're Super Saiyan 3 now.
Does this ruin Super Saiyan 3 for you more?
Continues to, yeah. I just want a cool Super Saiyan 3 moment.
You're asking for too much, apparently.
I know.
The bar is on the floor. What happened? He knew how to do this. He knew how to do it. He did it with Super Saiyan 1. He did it with Super Saiyan 2. But then all of a sudden, Goten and Trunks can turn into Super Saiyans, and they make it super lame. All of a sudden, now there's Super Saiyan 3. What is Super Saiyan 2? We don't know. Goku and Vegeta used it against each other, and it was really cool. But they didn't even acknowledge that Vegeta was in Super Saiyan 2 for the first time. And now there's Super Saiyan 3, which they made the most meaningless thing in the world. And why would you do this?
Why?
It doesn't make sense because you were walking on sunshine and now you are in the depths below.
Yeah. Had to fight the urge to do a Davy Jones just now.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Save it. Save it for later. I had some hot sake at lunch.
Love me some hot sake.
I'm not feeling the effects of it anymore, but I am feeling rambunctious because it was so delicious, as was my curry tonkatsu.
Thank you for telling us.
Thank you for telling us.
Very nice.
I gave that one a 3 out of 7. It probably should have been a 2 out of 7.
I gave it a 2 out of 7, and I'm going to drop it down to a 1 out of 7 because us discussing it just made us both do back-to-back Borat jokes. Terrible.
Feeding Frenzy, episode 260 of Dragon Ball Z. We have 37 episodes remaining. Does it even feel real? For perspective, from episode 1 to 37 gets you from Raditz to en route to Namek.
A much better 37 streak than I feel that what we're about to have. I don't know. Maybe the show's going to get better.
I think you are misremembering the first 37 episodes of Dragon Ball Z.
I am, because all I remember is like the Saiyan fights.
That's all anyone remembers. Unfortunately, that is 10% of the show.
I like the men. What are their names? Saiyamen. The Saiyamen.
Cybermen.
Saiba.
So he gets mad because there's never going to be candy again because they're trapped in the time dimension.
Boo escapes through.
Basically, Boo escapes
through an opening of a freaking portal that breaks time itself.
You ever seen what's it called?
Multiverse of Madness.
Ryan George is his name. Super easy, barely an inconvenience. What is that?
I have no idea what that was.
It's everything. No, not that's CinemaSins. Not everything wrong with. It's screen pitch. What is it? or
yeah.
something pitch.
It's Screen Rant that did it, and now he broke off into his own thing. The guy with the
what is it? Pitch
meeting or something.
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's great. Yeah. Super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Boo's gone, and then it's just like, okay, guess what? Kills everyone. They are all dead now.
Yeah.
Everyone except for Satan and B.
What about Krillin?
Is he? He got eaten.
Yeah, no, he's dead.
Yeah. He tried to defend everybody. Instantly dead.
Very cool of him.
Yes, he
Krillin
did good.
Is out here representing. He's just a human, a mortal human, and he's still fighting. He's not good. He shouldn't be fighting because he's got no chance, but he's holding it down for his little guys out there.
I really like Majin Buu's texture in this episode. He's very gum-like and gummy. I want to touch him, and I want to chew
Touch
him.
the Yaba. The deep cut.
Everyone's scared. Yes, they all die. Goku's quite mad on the planet. We get more and more and more of Gohan sitting there frustrated because his power is still going up.
Yeah, why would we do anything more with
It's
that?
just lame. It's just lame.
Do we need to do anything more with that?
We don't
No.
ever need. We don't need to see
Gohan
it
should stay
anymore.
there the rest of the show. Just kidding. No, he shouldn't. Gohan should leave. I wrote, does he like chocolate or human-infused chocolate?
I think he likes chocolate.
Okay. Do you think the human chocolate tastes different?
No,
Yeah, me
I
either.
think it gives him a little more energy
Yeah, a little
because
pep in
like
his step.
a little life force.
Yeah. It's like an edible chocolate, but instead of making him high, it's like cocaine in chocolate. It's like if you made cocaine chocolate. I don't know if they do that. They don't. They probably don't make cocaine edibles.
They get out. They shout. They shout a lot. So Super Saiyan 3 is relegated to this.
I thought you were talking about cocaine chocolate. I was like,
No. Gotenks and Piccolo have to yell really loud, just like Boo did, to get out, to rip a hole through the dimension and get out. Is that something we've established in universe before?
no. Have we ever broken out of rips before in this universe? No, except to go into Fortnite Epic Battle Royale.
But have we? We need to get a #1 victory royale.
It's a #1 victory royale. Yeah, Fortnite, we about to get down. Get down. 10 kills on the board right now. Just drop down Tomato Town.
More importantly,
That was sharp the whole time.
that was quite pitchy. More importantly, Goku sees that they're Super Saiyan 3, and he's really impressed with them. I, however, am not. And yeah, they get out. Boo says they're in me when in referring to all of their friends and family. Boo is kinky confirmed. And Gotenks gets really mad, and that's really the end of the episode. So not a whole lot going on in that episode, and I give it a 4 out of 7. It was decent. It's not as horrible as we're making it out to be, but nothing is happening, and it's frustrating.
I gave it a 4 out of 7 too. Also, all of my friends are inside of me as well. Have been.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a high-energy episode of Dragon Ball Speak, for better or for worse. We're back on schedule. We're sorry for the hiatus. We appreciate the Patreon supporters. We also appreciate the people that just watch and listen to us anyway, because the fact that you care about what we have to say in any regard, whether you care or whether you don't, you're still listening to us, means the world to us. It's actually pretty crazy that anyone would enjoy hearing us talk about anything. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.